Very good. Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for taking some time out this afternoon to hear about an update on the state of the college. My goal in doing this is to give an overview of some of the major things that are going on here at Marist. I'd like to probably make this an annual event where we come together to discuss where we are, where we'd like to go, and what factors are going to affect our ability to get there. Just an overview that I think is useful from time to time. I'm pleased to report that we are in strong shape, both academically and financially, at a time when many of our peer schools are struggling. I'll just pause in case anyone just wanted to hear the headline and now wants to leave. We have an ambitious strategic plan. We're, as you know, launching a medical school. We have the beginnings of a very important presence in New York City. However, we must be vigilant and creative if we are going to continue to thrive in what is a really challenging higher education environment. So let's start with finances, because John Pecchia said I had to, and because financial health is essential to achieving all of our goals and aspirations. Here as well, the news is very good. Marist remains in strong financial shape. Our annual audit took place in the fall and substantiated that the college has benefited both from strong operating results and investment return. These charts provide an overview of our revenue and expenses. You can see that we received $219 million in tuition revenue, which really, is offset by $69 million in scholarships. So you could net that out to see what our actual tuition that we take in is, and $52 million in room and board charges. The rest of our revenue comes from unrestricted gifts, endowment income, contracts and grants, and then a variety of other smaller items. The other side of the chart shows where this revenue goes. In addition to scholarships, obviously salary and benefits, operating expenditures, capital expenditures, and debt service. On the last point, I just want to note that because of many decades of really sound financial decision making, even with all the construction we've done, we've been able to keep our debt load very low, which is really good for our financial health. Our investment portfolio was $278 million on June 30th of last year. The markets since then, as you may have noticed, have been rather volatile, and that figure has declined a bit, but we're well served by a really prudent long-term approach to investing. Now, an investment portfolio of almost $300 million for a school of our size is, I think, a very solid one, but we remain very much a tuition-dependent institution, and that's true for most colleges and universities, and therefore it's certainly a priority in the coming years to grow the size of our endowment to provide more non-tuition support for the things that we want to emphasize at the college. Next, we'll go on to admissions. It's certainly one of the very most important indicators of our health is how we do in admissions each year. And we have been continued to be very successful in a very much increasingly competitive environment. This year, for the class that entered, we received over 11,000 applications for the class of 2022 and opened the fall with 1,443 new traditional aged undergraduates, including 1,299 freshmen and 144 transfer students. Of these new students, about 1,250 live on campus, 128 are commuters, 38 are enrolled in Florence, and 28 are in our new Dublin program. In addition, 10 new students are spending their entire 4 years in Italy enrolled in one of the undergraduate programs on the Florence campus. It's also great that the academic credentials of our incoming students have never been higher. To go a little deeper into these numbers, this chart shows, for example, that we enroll considerably more women than men, and that this year that gap actually grew. This trend reflects, this result reflects trends, of course, that are happening at the national level. The racial and ethnic diversity of this year's freshman class, I think, is impressive and important for a number of reasons. We strongly believe that expanding access to educational opportunity is not only the right thing to do, but that having a truly diverse class results in a better educational experience for all Marist students. We want to prepare our students to succeed in what is an increasingly multicultural country and a world that is highly interconnected. So as you can see, this year 22% of our students self-identified as students of color, and that, excuse me, that's the largest number in the college's history. Interestingly, you'll also note that where the real growth has been is in people who identify as multiracial, and again, that reflects something that's happening on a national level quite a bit too. But all these categories have grown in recent years. Geographic diversity is also strong. 56% of the freshman class came from outside of New York. 29 states are represented in the freshman class. And even though international student enrollment is more challenging than it's been in recent years, we brought in 39 students from 24 foreign countries this year, which is really nice enrichment. Excuse me. I'm getting over bronchitis, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit here. The number of transfer students has declined, and that we really believe is in significant part due to the impact of the Excelsior Scholarship Program. So many more students from community colleges are transferring to SUNY and CUNY schools as opposed to private institutions. Adult undergraduates make up quite a small percentage of our student population, but this group has also declined in numbers, again reflecting national trends. Our graduate student population continues to grow, and that's likely to remain really a critical part of our strategy going forward. At the heart of what we do at Marist, of course, is the academic enterprise. Our diverse curricular offerings, close connection between faculty members and students, and commitment to academic innovation are all things that we should be extremely proud of. Each of our schools is helping to ensure that a Marist education offers our students great preparation for achieving meaning and success in their lives after college. And I'll just say one or two sentences about each of the schools. For example, the School of Computer Science and Mathematics is offering the new bachelor's degree in cybersecurity, and those students will work with industry partners in our Security Operations Center, or SOC, to learn the latest in computer security. Several students completed prestigious NSF research experiences for undergraduates last summer as well. In the School of Management, a new Master's in Professional Accountancy is preparing students for successful careers, as are the new MPA concentrations in nonprofit management and analytics. And the annual Career Trek for undergraduates continues to have a big impact, bringing our students to New York City for the day to meet with executives from top companies and learn more about how they should be preparing themselves for their careers. In the School of Communications and the Arts, the Marist in Manhattan program gives our students the chance to live in New York and intern at some of the city's most prestigious venues, including Young and Rubicam, the Museum of Modern Art, Chanel, Coach, ABC News, CNN, Madison Square Garden, CBS Sports, Late Show with Jimmy Fallon, just to name a few. With the opening of our New York facility, these connections should only grow. The School of Liberal Arts is home to our outstanding honors program, which has grown by leaps and bounds. James Snyder and I were just chatting about some of the amazing things going on there this semester. Students from all majors pursue in-depth faculty-guided research and engage with the biggest intellectual and practical problems we are facing today. The school is also home to the Center for Civic Engagement and Leadership, whose excellent Tarver internship program allows students from all disciplines to work over the summer at local nonprofits where they have a lasting positive impact on the community. The School of Social and Behavioral Sciences also places great emphasis on experiential learning, and for this reason, it continues to produce well-prepared practitioners in fields such as education, criminal justice, psychology, and social work. Our students are working with young people in local classrooms, helping clients at social service agencies, and interning for government agencies like the Secret Service and the FBI. And students for the Center for Social Justice Research are conducting an important community survey with the Poughkeepsie Police Department. The School of Science is pushing further into the health sciences, offering several signature programs. The Physician Assistant Program graduated its first class in May, while the Doctor of Physical Therapy program welcomed its second cohort last month. The DPT program, as well as athletic training, are benefiting from a new state-of-the-art movement analysis lab. I know some of you were able to get over there to see a demonstration of that last semester, putting our students at the cutting edge of their disciplines. Undergraduates of all disciplines are doing high-level, faculty-sponsored research, both in the laboratory and in the field. Finally, the School of Professional Programs provides high-quality and flexible degree completion programs and certificates for our adult students, including the brand new Management Studies degree. The staff in the school knows that busy working adults have special concerns in terms of schedule, transferring credits, and choosing classes, and they work closely with them to provide customized advisement. So again, that's just a real quick overview of a few of the exciting things going on in each of the schools. We'll move now on to the medical school, and as you know, our growth in the health sciences is taking a big leap with our plans to start the Marist Health Quest School of Medicine. And by the way, it won't ultimately be the Marist Health Quest School of Medicine because next month Health Quest will be rolling out a new name as part of their merger with Western Connecticut Health Network, so it'll be the Marist, something that I don't even know yet, School of Medicine, but you'll know as soon as we find out. That's not at all uncommon, by the way. Same thing happened at Hofstra when it was the Hofstra North Shore LIJ School of Medicine, then it became the Hofstra Northwell School of Medicine. Then, happily for them, $50 million later, became the Zucker Medical School at Hofstra Northwell. So we hope to follow a similar path. Since we announced these plans in September, we've just begun developing curriculum and searching for key personnel, including the medical school's first dean. After obtaining approvals and accreditations, we expect to welcome the first class in the summer of 2022, which is 3.5 years away, but you know, it seems to be ticking up fast week by week. The new medical school building will be located on the Vassar Brothers Hospital campus. This is simply a very early architectural rendering. We've begun working with architects, but you know, we don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but there's a nice snazzy view of what it might look like, and it'll for sure be a first-class building. With only 151 MD granting schools of medicine in the United States, of which only about 40 are associated with private colleges or universities, we will join a very exclusive academic, research, and clinical community. Many of the new doctors will stay and set up practice right here in the Hudson Valley, benefiting the local economy and increasing the availability of top quality health care in our region. As we've talked about before, one of the hallmarks of our medical school will be a truly innovative curriculum. Cognitive computing is in the early stages of really transforming healthcare, and we plan to integrate existing and emerging technologies throughout the medical school curriculum. Marist-trained physicians will be prepared for the future of medical practice, a future that we hope will lead to better care for all people. Now on to New York. This is really, I think, the other potentially transformative undertaking right at the moment is the Marist Executive Center at Fifth Avenue. Having this foothold in New York will enable us to offer programs to this enormous and diverse market. We see opportunities in adult education, like the new management studies degree, as well as graduate education, executive education, and more. The New York City Center will also enhance the educational experience of our traditional Poughkeepsie-based undergraduates by providing a base for internships, networking, career opportunities. It'll be a place to host speakers from public affairs, business, and the cultural world. We're already planning a wide range of events. In fact, the building, the space was actually used for the first time this week by the admissions folks for a retreat they had. And it's going to be used for everything this spring, from admissions open houses to an academic conference sponsored by the School of Management to a sports communications panel. In April, we'll have a very exciting evening with a very prominent national television journalist. I guess just a little too soon to announce it publicly, but it should be a great event. And in August, we will there launch the Marist Mindset List, which we took over recently from Beloit College, thanks in large part to Tommy Zerhellen's connection there. Campus development. Our campus continues to draw rave reactions from everyone who visits. More importantly, we keep trying to improve the environment for living and learning. We've completed the North Campus housing complex, which has become such a vibrant part of campus life. We've completed the renovation and expansion of the steel plant. We had a wonderful opening of that just a week or so ago, which houses fashion, art, and digital media programs and provides our students with cutting-edge fashion and art galleries, digital labs, studios, a maker space, and a design manufacturing lab. If you haven't been over there, you really should go check it out. It's a really exciting building. The renovation and expansion of the McCann Center is well underway. Tim Murray is doing a good job of dealing with the complaints from patrons as they have to walk a little differently to get in. But when it's finished at the end of this calendar year, it will add 42,000 square feet of new space and feature contemporary recreation spaces for all students, including dedicated facilities for Division I athletes, as well as space for intramurals and club sports. And then our next major project, as you know, will be the expansion and renovation of the Dyson Center, home to the Schools of Management and Social and Behavioral Sciences. This is a complex and extensive project since the building is fully occupied and busy, and it'll involve a fair degree of disruption and relocation for the duration of the project, but in the end, it'll be yet another first-class academic space now for these two important schools. We expect construction to begin this summer and the project to be completed at the end of 2020. And at that point, who knows, but as of now, we have no other major construction projects planned. So I'm sort of hoping, you know, there's always stuff to do, and every summer we do a few $1 million worth of things, but if we take a bit of a pause from major building, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. As you know, we recently took over the operations of Sprout Creek Farm. We've been working hard making improvements to the physical plan and operations at Sprout Creek as we begin to integrate it into the Marist community and prepare for a busy summer of summer camps, youth education camps. Honestly, it has not been without bumps. Production problems caused us to temporarily halt cheese making. If you've been at Adams and have been looking for Sprout Creek Farm cheese, you'll see it's not there right now because we're working to improve the facilities and refine some procedures. Kim Bodendorf, sitting down here in the front, has done an amazing job of beginning to bring Sprout Creek Farm up to the standards that we need it to be. I know that many people throughout the Marist community have really interesting ideas about how to utilize Sprout Creek Farm. And once we feel like we have a firm enough handle on its operations, I look forward to exploring this together and bringing lots of great ideas to bear about how to use Sprout Creek Farm for the benefit of our students. In the meanwhile, next month there'll be a new batch of almost 100 baby goats, I'm told. So I would say be sure to stop by once they start being born and warm your heart by petting these baby goats. Now comes the part of the talk where I address the challenges we face. Fortunately, this is much more about problems facing higher education in general and risks that we need to remain attentive to, rather than any current urgent matter here at Marist. You've probably heard, not from me, from others, that it's a very challenging time for private higher education, and that's absolutely true. Because of demographic trends, the number of college-age young people is declining in the Northeast. New York's Excelsior Scholarship Program, which has the very laudable goal of making higher education more affordable to families of modest and moderate means, is nonetheless hurting private colleges in the state. Stagnating middle-class incomes and rising tuition have made private higher education even more difficult for many to afford. As a result of these trends, private colleges are being squeezed. Discount rates, meaning essentially scholarships that schools fund out of operations, not from endowed funds, have been climbing. And for many schools, their discount rate is now over 50%. So half the income that you would think they take in based on the number of students multiplied by tuition just goes back to inducements to get those students to come. That means that their real revenue is declining. That inevitably leads to cost cutting, usually starting on the administrative side, but ultimately also affecting academics. For example, many schools have been eliminating long-standing but currently less popular majors, particularly in the humanities. Colleges are closing at a faster rate than probably ever, or seeking merger partners. Some higher ed scholars predict that as many as half of all private colleges will close or merge in the next few decades. Now, I think that's an overstatement, but the ongoing shakeout does absolutely seem very likely to continue. Now, Marist is thankfully in a much better position than most of our peer schools. Enrollment is strong, and our discount rate, while creeping up, is well below average. That's because of the work so many in this community have done over a long period of time to make Marist a more and more desirable place to get an education. However, these trends can overwhelm a college that stumbles, and they underscore our ongoing need to be nimble and creative. We need to continue to develop and refine programs that attract new students and which truly prepare them for successful and meaningful careers. As we look ahead, we'll continue to be guided by the three main pillars of the strategic plan adopted last year: ensuring student success, promoting innovation, and advancing the social good. As I briefly discuss these goals, I'll mention a few of the projects that are now being funded through the competitive application process, and thanks to you, Maura, and your team for examining those proposals that we just used for the first time. Ensuring student success means developing in our students the knowledge, character, and skills required to succeed and adapt through a lifetime of change. Some of our efforts here include investing in an expansion of career services, providing resources for student research, incorporating leadership development into the curriculum, and doing more to connect students with alumni who can provide valuable insights and advice. We're funding a project, for example, to create the Sustainable Faculty Fellows, a working group that will integrate sustainability-related coursework across the environmental studies pathway and minor, creating a more purposeful experience that might include course clusters and community-based learning. Promoting innovation means reimagining the role of higher education in local, regional, and global contexts. This includes continuing to lead in the field of predictive analytics, transforming medical education through the use of AI, offering academic programs that will lead to the careers of tomorrow, adding technologies like 3D printing to the curriculum, and accessing new markets through executive education. Speaking of 3D printing, it has tremendous potential to advance student learning of human anatomy, so we're funding specialized 3D printer equipment for the School of Science to provide more accurate depictions of organs and tissues benefiting both undergraduates and graduate students. One of the ways we advance the social good is by expanding access to Marist higher education. And one of the ways we're doing that is through our participation in the American Talent Initiative, ATI, which is a group of top colleges and universities with the ambitious goal of graduating 50,000 additional high-achieving, low and moderate income students by 2025. Marist is very proud to be part of ATI, and we're beginning to see some results. Between 2015 and 2018, we added 55 Pell-eligible students, and 21% of Marist students are now from the bottom 3 income categories, up from and is 19% at our peer schools, so we're a little bit ahead there. We'll continue in these efforts in this regard and keep you updated. It's a major fundraising priority as we enter a capital campaign to raise more money for endowed knee-based scholarships. Not surprisingly, Marist students and alumni consistently contribute to the social good in ways large and small, and I just want to highlight 2 special alumni who were just in the news recently. Brooke DePalma, who graduated in 2018, lost her father to suicide when she was 14 years old. Looking to find a positive direction after this tragedy, Brooke started PS I Love You in 2011 at her high school to promote mental health awareness and decrease bullying. The support was overwhelming, and today there are chapters at 118 schools at all levels, including at Marist. On the second Friday of each February, supporters wear purple. In fact, I was in a dilemma. Last Friday was this day, and I was going to wear purple, except we were playing Niagara in basketball. And I already made that mistake once my first year here by wearing green by accident at a time we played Siena, and I got grief about that for 2 years. So I wore purple in my heart, if not in. Supporters wear purple in order to foster kindness and a welcoming environment. And Brooke has been extremely successful in spreading her message. She was on all over TV last week, national and local. And this past Friday, Governor Cuomo declared February 8th, 2019 as PS I Love You Day in all of New York State, all thanks to Brooke. And the other alum I wanted to mention was Vijay Gupta, graduated from Marist in 2005 at the age of 17, and then went on to get a master's at Yale and become the first violinist at the Los Angeles Philharmonic. He became a tireless advocate for the homeless in Los Angeles, and in 2010 started a nonprofit called Street Symphony, an ensemble of world-class musicians that play monthly classical music concerts at shelters and county jails in Los Angeles. Vijay believes that everyone deserves access to cultural and artistic expression, and this project exemplifies that. This past fall, Vijay was selected with one of the MacArthur Foundation so-called Genius Grants, and will spend this year focusing on activism and further developing Street Symphony. So those are just 2 examples, extraordinary examples, but examples of how so many people here at Marist are devoting to helping improve the lives of others and helping those others improve their own lives. I'm impressed and touched almost on a daily basis by the contributions that all of our faculty, staff, students, and alumni make, both here in Poughkeepsie and in the broader community. So, 2018 was a very good year for Marist College, and I have every reason to expect that 2019 will be as well. Let me conclude by thanking you for all of your hard work on behalf of the college and our students. Marist is really a special place because of all the people here and the commitment to not only doing your job well, but looking for ways to make Marist a better place in the future. and we all really appreciate everyone's efforts. And with that, if there are, I'll take a few minutes if there are a few questions, and then after that we have a little reception across the way, and be safe tomorrow with the nasty weather coming. So, are there any questions? That's okay too. You can always come ask me them in person or email me them, as many of you do. So again, just thank you so much for coming. I hope this was a useful 30 minutes of your time, and as I said, I hope to do this on an annual basis, and have a great day, everyone.